بسم الله والحمد لله صلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تمسك بسنته بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. After praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and sending the salutations upon the Messenger alayhi salatu wassalam, and upon his family, his companions, and upon all those who follow upon his guidance until the establishment of the last day. To proceed, ikhwan, فاللهم إنا نعوذ بك من علم لا ينفع ومن قلب لا يخشع ومن نفس لا تشفع ومن دعاء لا يسمع. Verily, Ya Allah, we seek refuge with you from knowledge that has no benefit, and from a heart that has no fear, and from a soul that has no satisfaction, no contentment, and from a dua that goes unanswered. To proceed, يا إخوان, فنواصل معكم في الاستفادة مع الإمام الشيخ العلامة النحوي أبي عبد الله محمد بن صالح العثيمين رحمه الله تعالى. So we continue in this blessed and noble day of ours as we come together and we benefit collectively from the words of the great Imam, the Allama, the Shaik al-Faqihi, the scholar of Islamic jurisprudence, Islamic al-Fiqh, and of grammar, Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibn Salih al-Uthaymeen, may Allah have mercy upon him, Sharhan ala al-Ajuurumiyyah, as he explains the book Ajuurumiyyah.
والليل وش فيها من علامات الاسم؟ نعم والخفض علامتين الالف واللام والخفض.
So now he says, for example, in the statement of Allah, وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى, where Allah Ta'ala says, by the night, when it yaghsha, when it darkens or becomes black or becomes dark. The word wal-layli, what signs from the signs of a noun are on this word al-layl? And you hear the students, they say alif wal-lam, or alif wal-lam, and al-khafd, that it has an alif wal-lam attached to it, and it ends in a kasra, it ends in the genitive form.
هل يجتمع التنوين والالف واللام؟
So then he asks a question. He says here, question, can the tanween and the alif and lam on a particular word, can this yajtami'an? Do you find in one particular word that it has an alif wal lam upon it and also it ends in a tanween? Is this possible? Yajtami'an? Is this gathered together? So one of the brothers, it appears he says, are you talking about like, is this heard? Can this be heard? And the Shaykh, he says, meaning in one word. If there's one particular word, can the word have an alif wal lam and a tanween together? So the brother, he says, no, Shaykh, this can't be gathered together. This can't be gathered together. So the Shaykh, he says, no, ya ikhwan, this is not possible. You're never going to find upon one particular word that the word has an alif wal lam and the word is also munawwana. It also has a tanween. He said, you're not going to find both of these together. This is impossible. He says, but something that is possible is that a word, it can have the four signs, or he said that these four signs, they can be gathered together. You're not going to find a word having both, for example, alif wal lam, but he said you can find the four signs being gathered together. He says, once again, if I ask you, okay, the alif and lam cannot be joined together in a word. Can the four signs of a noun be joined together on one word, all of them? He says, no, this is something that is also not possible. The alif wal lam and the tanween is not possible together, nor are the four signs of a noun, can they all be present together at the same time. This is la yumkin. This is not possible.
لأن يبتينا التنوين والألف واللام ما يجتمع.
So he says the alif wal lam and the tanween can't be joined together at the same time.
يجتمع ثلاث، يمكن يجتمع ثلاث من الأربعة. طيب.
He says so alif and lam can't be joined together, but from the four, 3 of the 4 signs can be joined together at the same time. This is possible.
قال المؤلف وحروف الخفض. حروف الخفض هذا من الدرس الآن. حروف الخفض.
So then the author, he continues, Al-Imam al-Ajuurumiyyah, rahimahullah ta'ala, he continues, وحروف الخفض, and the particles of al-khafd, meaning the prepositions.
يعني الحروف التي إذا دخلت على الاسم خفضته.
He says here, the meaning of حروف الخفض, the prepositions, he says they are those letters or those particles that when they're entered upon a noun, خفضته, they make that noun genitive.
يعني جرته.
Meaning جرته, they make it genitive.
ومن أين علمنا أن هذه الحروف إذا دخلت على الاسم جرته؟
He says, question, where did we learn that these particles, these prepositions, if they are entered upon a noun, they make this noun genitive? Where did we get this from? Where did we learn this?
من التتبع.
He says, this, where is it from? You hear the Shaik asking, He's asking for the students to reply. So he says, من التتبع والاستقراء. He says once again, this is from the studying and the examination or the examining from the people of knowledge regarding the Arabic language. When they have studied the Arabic language and examined the Arabic language, they found that this is something that is from the language. That if a preposition is entered upon a noun, it makes that noun خفضته, جربته. It makes that noun genitive.
واستقرأ كلام العرب ولا ما في قرآن ولا سنة تدل على هذا.
He says, so this is from the examining and the examination or the studying of the Arabic language, kalam al-Arab. He said, but rather you don't find a verse from the Quran saying this, and you don't find the Sunnah of the Messenger of Allah pointing to this fact. This is from the tatabbu' wal-istiqrar min al-ulama fi kalam al-Arab. This is from the studying of the scholars. They're examining the Arabic language. This is where this comes from.
لكن كلام العرب إذا دخل حرف من حروف الخفض على كلمة خفضها.
So you find in the language of the Arab, in the language of the Arabic people, that if a preposition is entered upon a noun, this preposition causes this noun to be genitive.
قال وهي من وإلى وعن وعلى وفي ورب والباء والكاف واللام.
So then Imam al-Uthaymeen, rahimahullah ta'ala, may Allah have mercy upon him, he continues with the text of the book of grammar, Al-Ajuurumiyyah, the matan of Al-Ajuurumiyyah. He says, and then the Imam continues, وَهِيَ مِنْ وَإِلَى وَعَنْ وَعَلَى وَهِيَ مِنْ وَإِلَى وَعَنْ وَعَلَى وَفِي وَرُبَّ وَالْبَاء وَالْكَافُ وَاللَّامُ. He says, Ibn Ajurum continues, and the prepositions, they are min, وَإِلَى, وَعَنْ, وَعَلَى, وَفِي, وَرُبَّ, وَالْبَاءُ, وَالْكَافُ, وَاللَّامُ. Translator's note. So the Imam, he mentioned some of the prepositions from the Arabic language.
من وإلى وعن وعلى وفي ورب والباء والكاف واللام.
So then the Imam al-Uthaymeen, he mentions them a second time. He says, and they are min, وإلى, وعن, وعلى, وفي, ورب, والكاف, واللام. So he says, the author mentioned here that they are 9. He mentions that they are 9 prepositions.
من تقول مثلا خرجت من البصرة.
So he says, firstly, let's look at the min. So min, translators know, min is, we translate min to be from. So he says min here, you say, for example, kharajtu min al-basra. Kharajtu min al-basra. I left, or I exited, I departed, I left min al-basra, from Basra. From Basra.
خرجت من البصرة.
So he says a second time, خرجت من البصرة. The second time he said it with all the vowels. He put the kasra on basra. من البصرة.
هذه من حرف خفض.
So he says, so this min here is حرف خفض. It is a preposition.
ولا يجوز في اللغة العربية أن تقول خرجت من البصرة.
He says, and it's not allowed. It is not allowed in the Arabic language for you to say خرجت من البصرة. He says, translators note, making the basra mansuban. Making the basra in the accusative case, meaning that it ends in a fatha after harf jar min. This is not allowed.
ولا يجوز أيضا أن تقول خرجت من البصرة.
He says another point. It is not allowed, similarly, to say in the Arabic language خرجت من البصرة. خرجت من البصرة. Translators note, هنا جعل البصرة ماذا منتهية بالضمة, فهذا كذلك خطأ. So here the Shaik, he mentions Basra ending with a dhamma. That is in a nominative case. It's marfu'a. Here, this is also not allowed.
لا يجوز. لأن من حرف خفض.
So it says why? Because of the min. Min is حرف خفض. It is a preposition.
تقول من البصرة ولا بد.
So you say, for example, and you have to say من البصرة ولا بد, and it's a must that you say من البصرة. Making, translators note, making basara majruratan, making it genitive.
طيب. اشتريت هذا الكتاب من زيد.
He says طيب. I like how Uthaymeen, he says طيب. He says that often. Alhamdulillah. طيب, he says the sentence اشتريت هذا الكتاب من زيد. If I was to say اشتريت هذا الكتاب من زيد, I brought this book from Zayd.
من زيد. أولا الكتاب وش؟ اسم ولا حرف؟
He says firstly, let's break it down. The word al-kitabu, the book. Is this word al-kitab, is it a ism or harf? Is it a noun or a particle? That's our first question. So the student, they say, Shaik, it's a noun. He says, how do you know? He says, because it has alif and lam. So he says now, min Zaydin, from Zayd. What is Zayd? What type of word is Zayd?
اسم. وش فيه من علامات الاسم؟ الخفض والتنوين.
So he says, the students, they say, Zayd is a noun, ya Shaykh, Zayd is a noun. He says, okay, then what signs of a noun does Zayd have? And they said it has al-khafd wa tanween. It ends in kasra and it has a tanween. It ends in kasra. طيب, he says al-khafd. نعم, it ends in kasra and it has a tanween.
ودخول حرف الخفض. دخول حرف الخفض. ترى لغتنا مع هذا الكتاب أن نقول حرف خفض.
So the students, they said khafd. The Shaykh says it's better that you say دخول حرف الخفض. That you say that it has in front of it, it has entered upon it حرف الخفض, a preposition.
ما نقول حرف جر. يعني وش ندرس الكتاب ونخالف؟ هو مو صحيح. يقول حرف خفض نعود أثناءنا ما دمنا في كلام المؤلف. طيب من إلى أيضا إذا دخلت على اسم على كلمة فهي اسم.
So he says also min, and then you have ila. Ila also is a preposition. So if ila comes upon a word, then this word is also a sign that this word is a noun. So ila is a preposition. If it comes upon a noun, خفضته, it makes it genitive.
قال الله تعالى ثم ردوا إلى الله مولاهم الحق.
So he says, as Allah Ta'ala, he says, ثم ردوا إلى الله مولاهم الحق. مولاهم الحق. So he says, Allah Ta'ala says, ثم ردوا إلى الله ماذا مولاهم. So here in the ayah, Allah Ta'ala, he mentions إلى الله. The preposition here comes before Allah, or in front of Allah, in front of Allah.
Allah هنا اسم.
So Allah here in this ayah is a noun. Is a noun.
وش الدليل؟
It says, what's your proof? How do you know it's a noun? How do you know it's a noun?
فيها علامات.
He says there are signs that it has with it. Allah. What are they?
الخفض ودخول حرف الخفض إلى.
So he says al-khafd, it has a kasra, it ends in is genitive. وَدُخُولُ حرف الخفض إلى, and it has in front of it the preposition إلى.
الثالث الألف واللام.
And the third sign that it has is alif wal-lam. Alif wal-lam.
الله أفلم ينظروا إلى السماء فوقهم.
Allah Ta'ala, he says in the ayah, أَفَلَمْ يَنْظُرُوا إِلَى السَّمَاءِ فَوْقَهُمْ. إِلَى السَّمَاءِ فَوْقَهُمْ. So the Shaik, he says another example. فائدة يا إخوان أن الشيخ في أغلب الأوقات يأتي في المثال أو في أمثلته بآية أو بحديث من النبي صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وسلم، وهذا جميل جدا. A tremendous benefit, ya ikhwan. You find that Imam Al-Uthaymeen, when he brings his examples, rahimahullah, grammatically, usually he brings examples from the Quran and examples of the Sunnah, and that's beautiful. يثبت الأمر الذي يتعلق باللغة بأمثلة القرآن وأمثلة السنة. That he brings to clarify his grammatical point verses from the Quran and ahadith from the Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam. So Allah Ta'ala says, أَفَلَمْ يَنْظُرْ إِلَى السَّمَاءِ فَوْقَهُمْ, and this comes in Surah Al-An'am, where Allah Ta'ala says, and do they not, or have they not looked at the heavens فَوْقَهُمْ, above them?
إلى السماء. السماء هذه.
So the Shaykh, he says the word as-sama'i, إلى السماء. So as-sama'i is a noun.
ليش؟
How do you know?
دخل عليها حروف الخفض. حرف الخفض.
He says دخل عليه حرف الخفض, that it has upon it حرف الخفض, the preposition إلى. إلى comes before it, so it lets you know that sama is a noun.
والألف واللام والخفض.
He says also other signs, alif wal lam, as-sama, as-sama, wal khafd, and it ends in a kasra, as-sama'i. So this actually has three signs.
طيب.
طيب.
يقول العلماء من للابتداء.
So he says طيب. The scholars of Al-Islam, they mention that the word min, the harf jar min, is for al-ibtida. It shows the start of something. Min, from. It shows the start of something.
إلى للانتهاء. And
ila is for al-intiha. It shows the ending of something.
من للابتداء وإلى للانتهاء.
So min is for the beginning of something, the start of something, and ila is for the end or the ending of something.
في فإذا قلت خرجت من مكة إلى المدينة.
So if we were to say, for example, خرجت من مكة إلى المدينة, that I left from Mecca إلى المدينة to Mecca. I left from Mecca. طيب. I left from Mecca إلى المدينة to Mecca.
فابتداء سفرك
في مكة
وانتهاؤه
المدينة.
في المدينة.
So he says, so now if we were to say خرجت من مكة إلى المدينة, that I left out from Mecca to Medina in Saudi, Medina. So he says now the beginning of your trip, if you were to say that, the beginning of your trip is in where? In Mecca. And the ending of your trip ended when? In Medina, when you got to Medina.
طيب. الثاني عن وعلى. عن وعلى.
So then the Shaykh, he says, the next point is an wa ala. An wa ala. An and ala are also from hurufi al-khafd. Hurufi al-khafd, they are also prepositions.
عن أيضا من حروف الخفض.
So an, as he said a second time, is also a particle from the particles of prepositions. It's a preposition.
إذا دخلت على كلمة فهي اسم.
So if you see an come upon a word, you know that word is a noun.
ويجب أن تخفض هذه الكلمة.
And it becomes obligatory upon you أن تخفض هذه الكلمة, that you make this word that the preposition falls upon, that you make it genitive. This is obligatory in the Arabic language.
يجب أن تخفض.
So it's obligatory that you do that in the language, that you make that noun that the preposition falls upon genitive.
كلمتك عن جد.
So he says, for example, if you were to say كلمتك عن جد, عن جد. So he says, I spoke to you عن جد. So this jid, I spoke to you about something serious. I spoke to you about something serious.
عن جد. إيش؟
Yes.
ها؟ اسم جد.
So the Shaykh, he says, rahimahullah, the word jiddin, what type of word is it? Asking the students, what type of word? What type of word? They pause for a moment, and then they said, it's a noun.
وش فيه من علامات الاسم؟
What signs from the signs of a noun does jiddin have?
التنوين والخفض ودخول حرف الخفض عليه.
So the Shaykh says, a tanween, it ends in a tanween, jiddin. Wal khafdu, it ends in a kasra, it's genitive rather, it's genitive. وَدُخُولُ حرف الخفض, and it has upon it the حرف الخفض. وهو عن, it has upon it, entered upon it, عن, a preposition.
عن اليمين وعن الشمال قعيد.
So he says, Allahu Akbar, translator's note, from the beauty of the examples of Shaik Uthaymeen, rahimahullah ta'ala, كما قلنا لكم قبل, as we mentioned before to you, عندما يأتي بأمثلة يأتي في أغلب الأوقات بآية من آيات الله تعالى وبحديث من حديث النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام. وهذا جميل جدا رحمه الله تعالى. That usually you find when the Shaykh is breaking down his grammatical points or his grammatical examples, he brings verses of the Quran for his examples. He brings a hadith from the hadith of the Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam for his examples, and this shows the beauty, and this is beautiful in itself. May Allah have mercy upon our Shaykh Muhammad ibn Salih al-Uthaymeen. So Allah Ta'ala, he said, Allah Ta'ala, he says, عن اليمين وعن الشمال قعيد. This comes in Surah Al-Qaf, that عن اليمين, on the right or from the right, وعن الشمال, and upon the left, قعيد, are those recorders. Translators note, meaning the angels. So he says the word yamin, what type of word is it? Yamin, what type of word? He said it's a noun. So what signs from the signs of a noun does it have?
دخول ألف واللام والخفض
ودخول.
ودخول حرف الخفض.
So the students, they say it has alif wa lam. It has alif wa lam. Al-yamin. Al-khafdu is genitive. ودخول حرف الخفض, and it has in front of it a preposition, so it has three signs that this word is a noun.
قعيد.
So he says قعيد. Those that they record, translators note, talking about the angels. What type of word is this قعيد? What type of word? So they said a noun. The Shaik, he says, what type of signs from the signs of a noun does it have?
التنوين.
So they say tanween, and the Shaik says it has tanween. It has a tanween. طيب لعلنا نكتفي بهذا واستعب إن شاء الله تعالى. وهذا يعتبر الدرس الرابع من شرح العلامة الإمام النحوي أبي عبد الله محمد بن صالح العثيمين, and this is considered to be class number 4 from the explanation of the great Imam of al-fiqh and of the grammar, or of the Arabic grammar, Shaik Abi Abdullah Muhammad ibn Salih al-Uthaymeen, رحمه الله. May Allah have mercy upon him. فَنَسَبْتُ فَمِنَ اللَّهِ وَنَخْتَطْ مِنْ نَفْسِي. Anything that we said that's correct is from Allah. Anything we said is incorrect is from ourselves. And may Allah Ta'ala bless you all. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.